Alrighty, we're Small Business Sorted with Crystal and Kay. And today we've got a really interesting topic, haven't we, Kay? What is it?
We certainly do. Business planning.
Business planning, the topic that no one really wants to talk about or look at, really, is it?
Nope.
So we're going to try and make it super interesting so that you can kind of have a business plan. And we'll talk about why it's so important as well. We need to put a bit of energy around this topic. I know it's one of those topics that many people don't like to talk about, business planning. Or I guess we all know we have to have a business plan for a business, but often people think it's like a 50-page document, don't they?
And it doesn't have to be.
No, we used to say it sits in a drawer gathering dust, but I think it sits in a file somewhere in our computer and kind of gets lost now.
That's true.
So I don't know that we always know where exactly it is. But the good news is we're not talking about a 50-page document today. We're actually going to talk about what are the most important things for us to capture. And we've got a great little one-page business plan, which we'll put up on our website so people can download them. And really all we're trying to capture today is by having a plan, you actually just have something that you can refer to on a regular basis just to make sure if you're on track or not. I think that's what a business plan is, isn't it?
It is. And just to mention that most business owners didn't start their businesses because they love planning. They started
their love planning a business plan.
They started their business because they're good at something.
Yes.
And maybe you're
point.
a tradie, you might be an accountant, a hairdresser, a consultant, a retailer or a professional service provider, but running a business requires more than just technical skills.
Yeah. And I think, though, there's that saying, if you don't plan, right, it's like if you don't plan,
there's a saying, isn't there?
Plan to fail. If you have a plan, or if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail.
Correct, that's it.
That's the saying.
Yeah.
And I also think, I always use the analogy as well, if you're driving a car and you're looking forward and you're looking out of your windscreen, it's like that's the plan, right? But if you don't have a plan, it's like driving a car but looking over your shoulder
Correct.
out the back window.
And so one of the biggest mistakes that I see is business owners working incredibly hard but not knowing where they're heading. Like you say, they're looking in the rearview mirror, not the
I
front.
guess for an example, you could be, you start your business, you work really hard. When should you have a plan? Should you have a plan before you start or should you have a plan?
You should always have a plan.
Yeah.
From before you start. The problem is when you get busy, you tend to forget that you still need a plan.
Yeah.
It sort of goes out of the window or in the cupboard or.
And you don't want like the chats of the world to be writing out your plan that you don't even understand, right?
No,
that
that's
could be a problem
very
as
true.
well.
That's very true. You don't want that.
No.
You have to actually sit down.
Yeah.
For a short period of time and write it down. And we will, or Crystal will be going through with you the things that you need to think about in a structured way, which helps in the planning. Because if you sit down on your own without any kind of format or any questions that you should be asking, it's very difficult. But when you have this one-page plan, then you've got a structure and it certainly guides you through the planning process and it makes you think about the things that you need to think about.
Okay, well, let's get into what we need to think about. So, Kay, let's have a think about what are the most important things about having a plan. So one of my favourite ones is that obviously revenue, how much money you're bringing in the door, is that should be one of the plans that you should have, I guess, is that how much financials, how much money, how much revenue do you want to grow that year, or how much money do you need to make? So it makes you think about your financials, right?
Yeah, correct. Yes, you've got to have an idea how many how many clients you want, what type of client you want, and so that you can start to
do it, right? And then the other one is like, how much revenue do you need?
Correct.
So to pay yourself or whatever. So you may
Yep.
start off with, you might be doing $100,000, but your needs are probably $300,000.
Yes.
So what is that gap between that $100,000, or you might have $1 million, but your
Yep.
needs are actually $3 million.
Yep.
So what is that? It's all relative to everybody's business, isn't
And
it?
the most important question is, where do I want my business to be in 12 months' time? I've always
Yeah.
found that a very good trigger.
Yes.
It makes you think, where do I want to be in 12 months' time? Do I want to be where I am now?
Yeah.
Do I want to double the business? Do I want to take on staff? Where do I want to be in 12 months? I think that's probably the biggest, best
Yeah.
question of all.
Yes.
If everybody can start thinking about that,
Yes.
and maybe while we're going through this broadcast, if you can start thinking and maybe jotting down a few ideas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love that. The other thing that I guess you've got to ask is how many clients. So you know what your revenue is, and then you
Right.
divide by your average sale. And then you go, well, how many clients do I need, right? So this is like more like the financial part of the business plan before we get into goals and stuff. But it's like, how many clients do I need to get that revenue? So let's just say you're a $100,000 business and you're trying to grow to $200,000 business. How many? And say you were $1,000, average sale. Say you
Yep.
get per year. And then you would have to say, okay, well, I need 200 more clients, right?
So now you know how many clients you want.
Yes.
You know how much revenue you need, and you know
Yes.
where you want your business to be in 12 months. So the next question is, what needs to happen to achieve those goals?
That's right. So if that's the kind of, I guess that could almost be if we go back to what the plan could look like. One of the questions that I always ask, and this is how maybe you could pretend to be a business, so we can give them an example.
Yep.
And we'll explain why we actually go through. So the first question that I always like to ask for that, and this plan is basically a work in progress plan too, by the way, just
Yes.
as a thing. What is your company vision? So exactly like what you talked about, where do you want to be in 12 months' time? That would be your company vision. So what business are you going to pretend to be today?
Okay. Because I love animals,
Oh, yes.
I am Maddie,
Yeah.
the owner of Fresh Paws Mobile Grooming on the Northern Beaches.
Ooh, I like that.
So I run the business on my own,
Yes.
and I have a van that's sorry to say, held together with cable ties and hope. And like so many small business owners, I have to say I'm really good at what I do, but totally overwhelmed behind the scenes.
Yes.
So I think you can see me running around in my van on the Northern Beaches from home to home, grooming dogs.
Grooming dogs. All right. So, Maddie,
Yes, Crystal.
so if we're starting out, what is the one thing where do you see your business in 12 months? That's my first question to you.
I see my business growing a little bit.
So where are we now?
I don't know because I don't have my figures together at the moment. So I think
All right. Well, let's pretend you do. So let's call you $100,000 a year. Okay. So it's
yeah,
yep. You're happy with that?
Yep.
So where would you like to see your business in 12 months' time?
150,000.
150,000.
Yep.
Okay, great. So knowing that is where you want to be, that would be, say, your company mission is to grow your business to have 150,000. Now, why would you want it to grow that extra 50,000?
Because I want to go on holidays and enjoy myself. And I don't want to feel stressed about my finances. And I think with that extra revenue, assuming it's all revenue,
Yes.
then I would feel much more comfortable.
Okay. So we're saying $150,000, so that your company vision is to grow your business to 150,000. You're staying as a one-man van, so to speak?
Yes.
Okay. So that's your company vision.
Yep. Oh, not my company vision is also to have a much better system,
Okay.
have better systems in place. I'm not sure if that's my vision or if that's part of one of the other
Well, why don't
targets.
we say, how would you like to word your company vision then?
Yeah, I think growing to $150,000. Yeah, that's good enough.
With really good systems in place.
Yep.
That's a really good company vision.
Yep.
Great. And what is your personal vision? So if we think about what you would like out of your business in the next 12 months, what would your personal vision be?
I want to feel less stressed. That's my personal vision.
You want to feel less stressed?
Yes.
So how would we measure that?
We would measure that by me not working 16 hours a day,
Yep.
by me having Sundays off,
Yes.
by me just generally feeling less burnt out.
I like it. I like it. So that would be something that you would write in then as your personal vision, and then we'll talk about how we would, I guess, track that or monitor that as we go through the year.
Yep.
If I was to put you in as a next question, BHAG stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal.
Yeah. I forget what that is every time.
I know, you see
Big, hairy, audacious goal. Gosh.
So what that means is like, let's push yourself out. And so let's look at your business in 3 to 5 years' time. Where would you like to see your mobile grooming business be, Maddie?
I think I'd like to retire.
Okay. So in 5 years' time, you'd like to retire?
Yeah.
And so in that 3 to 5 years' time, is that you would like the business to keep going the way it's going, or would you like it to get a little bigger?
I'd like it to get a little bigger, and with the hope that I might be able to either sell it or sell it for a small profit.
Well, for what it's worth, yeah.
Yeah. I know that's difficult in the current climate, selling businesses, but I think if I could prove that the business is making a good amount of money,
Yes.
then I think that's the key to
and why
selling
not?
it.
It could be part of your retirement plan, right?
Yes.
To have that. So you're growing something to be able to sell. And maybe that's also part of your company vision. Mm-hmm. So that you could say, I want to grow to 150,000 with the view to have all my systems in place so I could sell it in the future.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
that
it.
sounds good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Kay, the next question, we're talking about business planning today. And my next question for you is, as Maddie, Kay is pretending to be Maddie, a mobile dog grooming business on the Northern Beaches at the moment. Why? What is your why? Why are we doing this?
I love dogs
Yes.
and cats, but I get fulfilled by what I do. And I don't necessarily do it just for the money. Mm-hmm. I do it because, yes, it supports my lifestyle.
Yep.
But I do it because I enjoy it.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
And that's something we would put in the business plan is the why. Mm-hmm. So why you're doing it. So when things get a little rough in business, it's really important to have that why. I love animals.
I just thought of something
Ooh.
about the why. Mm-hmm. The tennis player this morning, she lost the quarter-final.
Yeah.
Sarakovsky.
Yes.
And she went on to do an interview on the TV, and she just said, right now, I just want to give up. I just want to stop playing tennis.
Really?
So I guess she'd completely lost her why.
She lost her why.
She'd lost her why. And I can see a lot of people do that. I can say it's probably happened to Maddie, the dog groomer.
Well, there'll be times when you might get bitten by a dog, or you might have customers not paying you.
I actually, when you do dog grooming, I didn't think about this till I started dog grooming, but you can actually have some accidents.
Yes.
Happen.
Like
No,
what?
not
What
necessarily.
would be an example
Well, you
of
could
that?
cut the dog's paw, for
Oh,
example.
Yes.
It could happen.
Yes.
It wouldn't necessarily be your
Maybe it
fault.
falls off the table.
Well, I
Or
don't
jumps
know.
off the table in the wrong
Well,
way.
yeah, exactly. You could lose a dog.
Or you could lose.
Could run off. Well, think
be a problem,
just
wouldn't
think of another story. What's the Tasmanian devil? Sorry, we're digressing a bit, but the Tasmanian devil, he got out of the zoo?
Oh, yeah.
You're not in touch with the
I'm
news,
not in touch.
Crystal.
No, I'm not.
He's got out of his cage in the zoo, and everybody's looking for him. They can't find him. He's been out missing for about 3 days.
Where is this?
It's either Melbourne. I think it's Melbourne.
Oh, my God. Melbourne's in all sorts of trouble.
But so you can see things... Unfortunate things can happen.
Things can
that can cause you to suddenly
question your why.
Question, yes, your why.
I agree.
I'm sorry to digress so much.
No, but I think that's really good. The other thing...
Business planning's boring, Crystal. Sorry.
Yeah, we need to add a few things in. So let's move on to priorities, right?
Yes.
So this is part of this goal, which helps bring the questions that I'm going to ask you will help us bring what the goals are that we need for the business. And we already know one of your business goals was to grow your business to $150,000, right? And your second goal would be to get more systems and processes in place so you can sell. So we got those two, we know that. But what would be the number one improvement that you could make in your business right now?
It would be implementing a booking system. Because at the moment I have a lot of things just written in a calendar on pieces of paper, and my problem is because I don't have it all in one system, I'm probably running around from Narrabeen to Palm Beach and then back to Manly when I should be working things out in a much more structured way. So I save my time and my petrol driving around, plus that I don't double book by mistake because, as you know, customers they hate it when something goes
waiting
wrong.
For you and the animal might be really dropping fur.
The most
everywhere.
important thing is a structured booking system.
Yeah, great. Now, this is a personal question. So there's about 8 questions that we're going to ask Maddie. By the end of the year, how would you like your role in the business to have changed? What would you like to see?
I want to be doing more doggy grooming and less worrying about the admin. As I say, if I get this booking system into place, then it should allow me to be more hands-on and less time in my office.
Yes, I like it.
I'm hoping.
And be more organised
more organised,
you can book people in advance without losing them and stuff like that. That's great. So the target markets for your new markets in the coming years. So we know you want to grow to 150,000. So now we're going into your target market, which your target market really is what client, what markets or clients would you like to reach out to get more business from? So who will you target? What new markets do you want to target in order to grow that extra 50,000?
Well, definitely new puppy owners.
Oh, puppies.
Puppies, yes, because it's really good to get a dog when they are young. Yes. Because you can train them and they get used to being groomed, being washed. And also I'm hoping that if I get the dogs as puppies, then I will be able to keep those clients moving forward. Yes. So if I get them young, it's the same, I think, with kids. If you get them young.
The puppies get used to working with you as well, and they won't be as scared and stuff like that, right? Yep. I love it. So are there any new services or products that you will also offer?
I'm therefore going to offer a puppy intro grooming package, especially for the puppies, which will be a gentle, low-stress first groom for puppies so they get used to the process early. So perfect for turning a new puppy or new puppy owners.
You've thought about this, haven't you?
I have. Into long-term clients.
It feels like you've thought about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
That's great. So you obviously have had this idea for a little while and this is what you want to implement this year, right?
Another one is regular maintenance plans.
Oh, I love
that people come in, book regularly, or maybe I give them a special deal for booking in early, booking in regularly. Yeah. So I think this part of the business plan's really useful. Yes. To make you think about how you're going to grow that 50,000. Yeah, exactly. Right? How I can get the extra money.
Because I remember Kimber, my dog.
Yes,
she passed in December.
Yes, I do.
She was a chow. She was a big fluffy dog. Was she 38 kilos of pure fur and flesh. She was a heavy dog. And she used to molt probably twice a year, like really badly, and you'd have tufts of fur everywhere. And I used to really love my groomer. I probably only got Kimber done 3 times a year, one for summer, and get it cut really short when December came for the humidity. But yeah, and that I used to, found it incredibly valued, and I loved and I'd started using her when Kimber was quite little. And so Kimber was used to going there, but I also trusted her not to nick her or that sort of stuff. Kimber didn't always enjoy at the end of her life. She did not enjoy going there because it was all too hard on the legs.
So going back to sort of applying this to the listeners a little bit, although we're talking about my doggy grooming business and the what I can implement to get more business, you should also be thinking about these types of things. What can you implement in your business? Now, I know, Crystal, with the Hire a Hubby business, I'm sure that Jim has or will be implementing similar types of programs.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly what, but...
Yeah, like he would love to get a bit more strata work, for sure.
Yeah.
And also, the market is changing a little bit with real estate, but prep for sales are always a great thing. So he does focus on that.
Yep.
And also he would love to, get a few more. That his plan is to actually grow a little bigger, but also just to, I guess, diverse his things. So like you're already looking after existing, like older animals and that.
Yep.
And I always say that, depending on your type of business, but you really should have 3 different pillars of revenue coming in.
Okay. Yep.
So not all just puppies.
Yep.
Not all just, your cats, not all just dogs, but like you could actually have those 3 different pillars of how you get them in. It could be a vet that recommends you,
Absolutely.
It could be that you've got, Pet Barn or something like that. You could go down there every Saturday and groom the animals outside the front of them or something. I'm just thinking, like you want to have 3 different revenues. So if say puppies, there's no puppies at the moment and there's a drought, just say, a puppy drought.
Yes.
And you were relying on all that money to come from puppies. So it's good to think about what are your other 2 or 3 pillars that you could have in
just
your
sort of something else that as a doggy groomer I could do. I could sell accessories.
Yes.
Like collars. What else do dogs have? Coats.
Yes.
For the rain.
Cold weather
and
now.
especially after they've been groomed, they might need a coat. Just like if you do it in spring and it gets a bit cool, then they might need a coat. So I could sell those. And I could, but I don't think I'll go into this, sell dog food.
Yes.
As well. I mean, it's an opportunity.
It is an opportunity. And how handy is that you're already there? You're already in their home. Oh, I've got it right in the bag.
Exactly.
Let me give it to you.
Yep.
So that's kind of, so the other question around your target markets and everything, just your existing customers, what will you do to improve the value to or increase your loyalty of your existing customers? What would you do for that? That's the last question around new customers and existing customers.
I think they will be impressed if I get my new booking system.
Yes.
And I'm hoping with my booking system, they won't actually have to make a phone call. They'll be able to book online.
Yes.
And I know from speaking as Kay the bookkeeper, I like booking things online. I book vet appointments online. And I just find it easier. I don't have to get the phone call, maybe get the answering machine. Then you'll go through backwards and forwards. Are you free on this day, that day? I think it will. My existing customers will be very impressed by having a booking system where they can just book themselves in.
So it's always good to think about in your plan, what are you going to do for your existing customers in regard to your business in the next 12 months as well? Because often we forget about them. Yep. So it could even be like a newsletter as well, just to let them know we're selling doggy foods, we're doing puppy class, because you never know, they might even have a new puppy in their house,
Yes,
So.
Talking newsletters, I have my cat, speaking as Kay the bookkeeper,
yes,
I have my cat groomed at Chatswood Cat Palace.
Oh.
But they send out newsletters.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they send out.
And are they interesting?
Yeah, I always find them interesting because I love cats.
Yeah, and it's a reminder, isn't it? Oh, I need a book,
Yeah, and they do
Murphy
send. They do also send reminders, which is good because you don't always think about it.
Alrighty. So now we're talking about business planning today, and Kay is having she's pretending to own a business, a doggy grooming business, mobile, on the Northern Beaches.
Yep.
And we've gone through a few questions already.
And we're doing the business plan.
And we're doing the business plan with her. That's exactly right. So, Kay, the one thing, now we're moving on to quality and efficiency sort of question. So is there one thing or one piece of technology that you could improve the quality or efficiency of your operation? Now, I think you've already mentioned this, so I'm just sort of thinking what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking a booking system.
Yep.
So that I can get my days properly scheduled. So I'm not running around all over the place like a mad thing.
Yes.
Backwards and forwards when I don't have to.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
I can structure my day according to the bookings.
You'll also have a CRM then for your
Correct.
customer
I'll
database, right?
Correct, and I'll be able to send them emails and reminders and
all that.
yes.
There's great ones out there.
And I'm hoping that when my schedule flows, that the dogs themselves will be calmer because I'm calmer.
Yes.
And the whole day will feel much smoother and more enjoyable.
smoother.
It's true, isn't it? When human beings are calm,
Yes.
the animals I know it's like that with my cats.
Yeah.
If I'm stressed, they're stressed, or if they're stressed, I'm stressed.
Uh-oh.
Probably more that way around, but yeah.
Is there one thing you can do to reduce the risk in your business in the next year?
I think it's really, I need to become and remain efficient.
Okay.
I think that's
A little more efficient.
A little more efficient, yeah. I think I'm
So there's not so much wasted hours in between. Like
Correct.
you can kind of have them booked so that
Yeah.
billable hours versus your time
Correct.
is kind of mixed.
No lost
No lost
hours.
Yes,
What do you call
exactly.
it, Crystal, in the trades business?
It's that-
no unbillable hours, is that
Yeah,
it?
billable hours versus, I guess, your billable hours versus the time of your staff that's working.
Yep.
And basically, we want to try and get those to match almost exactly the same.
Yep.
And so travelling time, everything needs to be
Gets
built in, which
included.
is, you're no different to a trade because you're actually in the game of billable time.
Yes.
So that's your model of your business, really. Okay, so now we're going to move on to business goals, right? So we know already from your story of your business, you want to grow to 150,000. So that's
Correct.
an extra $50,000.
Yep.
We know that your other business goal is to implement a booking system
Yep.
and some other processes and that, and get better and more efficient so that you do have a business to sell in 3 to 5 years' time. Right?
Yes,
So that would be
yes.
your second goal. Your third goal is to target puppies,
Yes.
right? So that's your new service. And you're also going to offer new packaging, startup packages for those puppies to
Yes.
get groomed.
Yep.
And then your fourth one, what would be your fifth one then?
My fifth one is talking about selling some
Yes.
accessories.
And investigating and looking into
Yep.
accessories. So that's all we need, Kay. We need five business goals for you to work on in the next 12 months that's going to help you increase that revenue,
Yep.
right, and profitability.
Yep.
So, and obviously there's a certain amount of money. Do you know what kind of profit you want to make out of that? Is it like 100% profit? Well, you can't make 100%,
No.
but you'd be pretty close because you are.
Yeah, I don't have
billing your time.
too many overheads.
Yeah.
I do have petrol, and
Yes.
obviously at the moment in the current climate,
A phone, a website.
yeah, phone, yeah, website. I would like to keep half of that.
I think 70%.
Yeah, okay, there you go. I agree with you.
I think 70%.
Yeah, you're right.
I think 20 to 30% should be your expenses. Now, in order for that to happen, what are some of your personal goals? Because we need to balance that. We can have your business goals, but we also need to have some personal goals. So what do you think some of those personal goals could be for
So
you?
are these real just personal goals?
Can be anything you like because we got to balance it, right? We know you're going to be working harder and
Yep.
smarter.
Yep.
But what can we do to keep you?
I want another little puppy.
Oh, is that why you're running the puppy club?
Well,
Grooming of the puppies.
I would have as many dogs as my husband would allow me to have. And that's in the doggy grooming business.
Yes.
In the real life bookkeeper business, I would have as many cats as my husband will let me have, and that's 3.
You'd probably have 20.
Any more than 3 is too many.
Yeah.
And apparently in Queensland, which I didn't know, you can only have 3.
Oh.
Yeah. Whether it's whatever. It's
the councils.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know. I wonder what New South Wales is. Hey?
It's. I don't know what the limit is. I don't think there is a limit, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yes, for personal goal, I love my pets.
Yes.
They keep me going.
So you love a new puppy.
Yep.
And I don't know, at the beginning of the show, you mentioned something about you wanted holidays to be able to take holidays.
I love holidays too. So yes, I would love a...
So what would your personal goal then? How many holidays? So let's kind of make it...
Let's just say, because I do spend a lot of time working. So let's just say 3 short holidays. And I mean a few days.
Like
during
5
the year.
days or something?
Yeah.
3-5 days.
And not overseas particularly.
Okay.
I'm happy with Australia.
Yeah.
I don't need to go.
So that would be your second goal that you would
Yeah.
have. Now, what would be a third personal goal?
Third, to be able to retire in 5 years.
Okay, but that's a
Yeah,
long
it's a
term.
long
So what could you do in the next 12 months?
What could I do?
I suppose you've got to keep fit and strong if you're going
That's
to be doing
true. I tend to
the
forget about that, yes.
Yeah, you've got to
Well, I
be
don't forget about that.
hoiking dogs up onto
Yes.
the table and down
Yes.
and into the bath and
Yes.
out and stuff. So
Yes. Eating healthy food too.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to look. And also the biggest risk for your business really is you getting
True,
sick. So
true.
I guess it's sort of looking after you that
Yes.
way too, isn't it?
Yes.
So we've got your 5 business goals.
Right.
We've got your 3 personal goals. Is there any other personal goal that you would like?
No.
Great. So now we're going to move into what we would call your critical success factors. So for you to make 150,000, how would we be able to track that? What needs to happen for that to happen?
I need a bookkeeping system.
Do you have one, Maddie?
I do, but I'm not very good at keeping it up to date.
Okay. So one of the critical success factors then is, I suppose, getting to have an accurate place to record all your... But I think your new CRM, your new booking system might have that for you.
Well, I use Xero. I'm happy with Xero. I just need to spend a little bit of time with it.
So your critical success factor will be you basically getting a new doggy system.
Correct,
right?
booking system,
Booking system.
Yeah.
So that would be absolutely essential, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And then your other one would be tracking your sales, right? So that we know that you're growing to that 50,000 and we know what your profits are in that.
Yep.
What do you reckon your third critical success factor could be?
Making sure I actually do these things.
Yes.
Can that be a critical success factor?
Well, yes, absolutely. And I know you've pointed this out a few times. So your efficiency of your booking system and making sure that you're more efficient. So instead of going from Mona Vale to Palm Beach to Manly, maybe you start off at Palm Beach and work your way back, or maybe you start off in Manly and work your way back. But I think we could measure that as well.
I'm a little bit confused about critical success factors because I'm thinking, could my van, which is held together with, what did I
Cardboard
say?
and
Yes.
ties.
Could that hinder my... Well, it could hinder my success. So do I need to put it in as a critical success factor that I actually need to get it repaired? Or,
yes.
Or even get a new van?
Because without that, you don't have a business, do you?
I'm just not sure the definition of a critical success factor.
Well, the critical success, what is... Sorry, I've got a thing in my throat. It is what that needs to happen in order for your plan to work.
All right. I think I need...
All right, so we've got 3 things
my
there,
van
right?
needs to be either replaced or maintained a little better.
So we've got those 3 things. So you've got to get a new booking system. So you've got to put that down and start. So that's critical. Your
Xero, need to keep it up to
keep
date.
all your profits and everything in there so you can see where you're going.
Yep.
And then your third one would be to make sure that your van is I guess...
Well maintained.
Well maintained and ready for the job, right?
Yes.
Which is really, really important.
Yep.
So that is kind of, then out of those success factors, we would then start to add what actions you need to take. So if we were to look at those 3 critical success factors, right?
Oh, no.
What's the first thing you're going to do for that first one, that is getting a new booking system? What would be your first action?
I need to look around to see what booking systems are available and
Right.
their price, and to test them
Yep.
and see which one suits my business best.
Perfect. And then your second one was the zero and
Right.
getting your things in. So what action
I
can you take
probably
on that?
need to ask for a little bit of help with my zero.
Yeah.
So I know a few people who can give me some advice and help with my bookkeeping.
Great.
And I just need to spend a little bit of time
Great.
getting it up to date so that I can measure.
And learn how to do it yourself too, right?
Yes.
And then your third one would be that keeping your van work ready.
Yes.
So what do you think your first action needs to be on that?
Take it down to the
Mechanic?
mechanic.
Whoops. Okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah, because I don't want it breaking down.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's well overdue for a service.
Yeah.
So I need to take it down to someone who can tell me what needs to be done.
And then you could kind of manage a plan with
Yeah.
him to service it and fix
Yes.
things as they
Correct.
go, right?
Correct.
So that's your critical success factors, and then we now have your actions. So we've got your goals that you could keep referring to, right? We've got your personal goals, which
Yep.
we know, so what would be one action you would take around your holidays? You want 3 5-day holidays. What actions could you take around that?
Book a holiday.
Book a holiday. Yes, I agree. So that would be perfect. So I reckon you book 3 holidays. You put it in your calendar when you think you want to go. Book them, booking.com or whatever they are. Just book it. Something you can cancel last minute if you have to.
Yeah.
And then that way it's like taking those actions on each of those points, right?
Yeah. And just saying, with my business, I can actually take time off
Yes.
because I can actually say I'm not going to be grooming any dogs this week.
Yes.
Plus, there's a slow season, which is the winter season,
Yes.
because hair doesn't grow so fast on dogs in the winter time.
Yeah.
And actually, in fact, something's coming to my mind that I might be able to offer my clients special deals for winter cuts, because I'm not as fully booked in winter, but
Yes.
maybe I can think of something to fill those gaps. And the other thing is thinking, if I can look at my figures, I may be able to see, and I'm sure I will, that winter I don't make as much money
Yes.
as I do in the summertime.
Yes.
So maybe what I also need to do is put a bit of that money aside from summertime for my holiday, and to tide me over wintertime if sales or if bookings are low. But I can only see all that once I can look at my figures
Great.
and see a trend or a pattern. Am I doing your job?
No, I think you're doing it great, because that's exactly how we want you to think in your
Yeah.
business, right?
It's making me think.
It's making you think.
It's making me think.
I
Yes.
really like it.
I wish I really had a doggy grooming business.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think you do really well. Maybe you should think about it. Now, to finish this off, the one thing that so we got those. So the main thing to do is you write those actions down, you write those goals down, you write those questions that we ask.
Yep.
You then have those critical success factors. So what are the actions? There's 2 or 3 actions you've got to take on those. When do you want to take those by? Because it's so important to actually put those action items in. It's all very well to have that goal, but without actions, those goals aren't going to happen. So one of the things that I always say after this, Kay, we need to talk about the champagne moment. Mm-hmm. So a champagne moment, what do you think a champagne moment is?
When I can open a bottle of champagne.
Yes. For what?
Because I've achieved something.
Yes.
As a reward.
As a reward for
Yes.
your business. And I think for business owners, we often we have these goals, we have the things that we do, but we often don't stop when we actually do.
No, true.
When we actually have achieved that one goal,
Yep.
we don't stop and celebrate and say, we just kind of get, all right, what's next, So I feel like it's really good just to take some time out and just to celebrate it and just to go, wow, I actually achieved that. How good am I?
I don't like champagne.
Well, whatever you want, a wine moment, a beer moment.
I'm only joking.
A Scotch moment, doesn't really
But that's
matter.
very true.
Yes.
I certainly never took, I took time out because I had Crystal
Yeah.
telling me to do my business plan and to take time out
Yeah.
when I had achieved some of my goals, but otherwise I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Although when I used to work, going back to being K, as a franchisee, what was nice there was we got awards
Yes.
for achievements,
Yes.
which was nice. Different way of rewarding you, I guess. But
I guess, and that's what you've got to try and do for yourself
Yeah.
and your business,
Yeah.
you know. I know Jim and I, whenever we've achieved, like at the end of the month, we look at our sales, we go, whoo, that was a good month, like much better than I thought. We'll always go out for dinner and celebrate it, you know, and talk about how good a month it was and good job done, you know. So going back to your champagne moment, so what would be a celebration for you out of those goals that you've talked about for Maddie, the dog grooming business?
you mean the moment that would trigger it, or the
No, what would
Or
the
the champagne,
moment that would trigger you to open a bottle of
the
champagne?
moment would trigger it when I have 3 months of fully booked doggy grooms in my new booking system,
Perfect.
and when I could have my zero up to date so that I can actually see.
When you look at your first proper P&L.
Yes.
Those are the two biggest
Yes.
moments, right?
Yes.
And maybe a third one, what could that be?
Some very happy customers, to be honest. A few nice Google reviews.
Yes.
Google reviews. They're always good.
They
Make you feel good, don't they?
Yeah,
Google reviews.
I like them.
Yeah.
And they're so important for your business as well, right? So
Yeah.
people often look at those. I mean, we all do, don't we? If I've never bought from a business before, I always go onto the reviews
Yeah.
and just double check they're not got like a -1 or
Yeah.
something like that. And I'll go, oh, I better not buy off them. But I feel those are great champagne moments. I feel like Maddie's going to be on track this year.
Yeah, I think Maddie's going to be doing really well. And I'm glad that I thought about those, all those things.
Yeah.
But also the extra ones that kind of popped. I did prepare a bit, I'll admit.
Yes.
But the ones that popped into my mind as I was talking
Yeah.
are just as important. And they were more like aha moments.
Yeah.
I think we've had a few aha moments because we've sat and discussed the plan. And through the discussion, you seem to see more clearly.
Yeah.
Would that be?
Absolutely.
So, absolutely worth sitting down. And it is only, it's actually 2 page. Well, it's 2 sides with one page business plan.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants a copy,
Yes.
we can email us at our email address, which at this moment I've forgotten.
RNB
at
businessgrowthcoach.com.au.
Okay,
So repeat that.
RNB at businessgrowthcoach.com.au.
Yeah.
And we can email you the blank business plan.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you fill it out and you want any feedback,
Yeah, we'd love to
let
hear.
us know. Yeah.
And also share some of your champagne moments, you know.
Yes.
If you've achieved something, we'd love to hear that. And we'll actually mention it on the radio as well. So
Yes.
we would love to do that as well. So any last thoughts on what we've done here, Kay? What's your key takeout today?
My key takeout actually was thinking about the additional revenue stream,
Yes.
the selling doggy coats, collars.
Man, I reckon there's a
and that-
market
I
in
hadn't
that.
I hadn't entered my head until today. Yeah, and just going back to Kay,
Yes.
it never ceases to amaze me how good this one-page business plan is.
Yeah.
And I do it every year. To be honest, I do it when Crystal tells me to do it.
But even if I didn't tell you, I think you would do it anyway.
To be honest, yes, because I actually sat down with a piece of paper yesterday and I had to reiterate my own goals
Yes.
because I was beginning to lose the plot, which happens. I think everybody will see you'll have this plan
Yes.
and things might change
Yes.
for the better or for the worse.
Yeah.
So you have to pull it back out again and revise it or maybe just start again.
Yeah.
Because it's a plan, but a plan is just something.
And I think it's going
For
to
the
be a
moment.
working plan
Yeah.
too. So say you, with that, if we go back to Maddie, the dog groomer, so just say she's at the puppy school, just they don't shed as much fur, That people think they're too cute with all their fur on them and they don't need a bit of a groom or a wash, or they can wash them in the sink, you know what I mean, while they grow. Maybe that doesn't work, right? So then you would go back to your business plan and you would look and say, oh, that didn't work. But you know what does work is let's go for the teenage dogs, you know, instead of the... So you kind of get them at that front, but you kind of say, well, every 6 months bring them in and we'll do it, you know, clip their nails or whatever it is. But that way you could then... It would be a work in progress. So you would just bring it back. And if you feel like, you know, when you feel a bit lost in your business and you feel like, oh, what am I doing again? You could come back to that business plan.
Yep.
It's like your bumper bars. So you can bump against them and it brings you back into the centre of the road or the track.
Yes,
so
certainly
that
does.
you can keep on track. Because if you achieve that, I reckon you probably do more than 50,000.
Yahoo!
Potentially. I'm just saying, right? So wouldn't that be nice? But thank you all for listening. You've been listening to Kay and Crystal Small Business Sorted, and we've really enjoyed today, and we've loved having you listen to our show.